Dear viewers, welcome to my YouTube channel Ganit Shiksha. As this channel is based on mathematics, so here you will get all the latest updates and important discussions related to mathematics. Today, I am here to discuss with you about most important triangles and their areas of similar triangles and Pythagoras theorem, part 4 of class 10. So before to start, those who have not subscribed my channel, please subscribe it and hit the bell icon for upcoming latest updates. This topic is based on the similar triangle and its properties. And the first topic is areas of the similar triangles. So let's go for it. So this is the most important theorem based on the two similar triangles and their areas. So let's see the statement of the theorem. The ratio of the areas of two similar triangles is equal to the ratio of the squares of any two corresponding sides. So you have the two similar triangles and their ratio of the areas is equals to the ratio of the squares of any two corresponding sides. Okay, so that is the theorem that we need to prove, and before than that we need to draw the figure. So let's draw the figure. So let us see the figure. The figure is given that the two triangle ABC and triangle DEF both are the similar triangles is given. So that we have written that let triangle ABC and triangle DEF are similar, and whatever you need to prove that the ratio of the areas of the two similar triangles, that area of ABC by area of DEF, that is the ratio of their areas, is equals to the ratio of the squares of any two corresponding sides. So the corresponding sides you can see AB and DE, so AB square by DE square equals to AC by DF, that is AC square by DF square, and BC by EF, that is BC square by EF square. So that you need to prove. This is the required to prove part, and for that proof we need a construction. What will be the construction? We have to draw the perpendiculars from the vertex to the base. So that we are drawing from the vertex A to the base BC, we are drawing the perpendicular, that is M, same as from the vertex D to the base EF, we are drawing the perpendicular, that is N. So AM is perpendicular, similarly DN is perpendicular. So that's the construction. So that construction part you need to write it here, that draw AM perpendicular BC and DN perpendicular EF. Okay, so we got the perpendiculars from both the triangles. So let's go for the proof. Okay, why we have drawn this perpendicular? Because we need to find the area of the triangles, and you know the area of the triangles is half into base into height. So for that reason we have to find the height as a perpendicular we have drawn. Okay, so let's go for the proof. So here you can see that both the triangles is given similar. So from the conditions of similarity you know that the sides will be proportional then. So that we have to write. So since triangle ABC is similar to triangle DEF, therefore the sides AB by DE, BC by EF equals to AC by DF, that we have. Okay, as well as the corresponding angles will be equal, and angle B equals to angle E, angle C equals to angle F, angle A equals to angle D, because the corresponding angles will be equal. Okay, so we got these two conditions as the triangles are similar. So now we will go for the two small triangles that you can see, AMB and DNE, and we need to show that these two triangles are similar. So how can we show? You can see in triangle AMB and triangle DNE, what do we have? We have angle B equals to angle E, that we have got angle B equals to angle E, as well as we have drawn the perpendicular, so that means angle AMB and angle DNE both are 90 degree, and angle AMB equals to angle DNE equals to 90 degree. Okay, as they are the perpendicular, so the angles will be 90. So we got the two angles property. One angle is here, another angle is here. So angle property we can show. So therefore triangle AMB is similar with triangle DNE. Angle similarity. We have used that, the angle similarity. And as these two triangles are similar, so their corresponding sides will be proportional, and that corresponding sides we are taking AB by DE equals to AM by DN. Therefore AB by DE equals to AM by DN. Okay, so that AB by DE equals to AM by DN we have got. We are giving the name of this condition is 1 and this condition is 2. Okay, and you can see AB by DE is here. So that AB by DE equals to this 3 part is also equals to this. So these 3 and this part are all equal. So that we are getting. Therefore from 1 and 2. So from 1 and 2 what we are getting? We are getting AB by DE, BC by EF, AC by DF equals to AM by DN, because these all 4 parts will be equal. Okay, so now we have the perpendicular, so we have to find these 2 parts, area of ABC and area of DEF. So that we need to find out. So let us find area of triangle ABC equals to half into base is BC into height, you can see the perpendicular AM. Okay, similarly we need to find the area of the triangle DEF. So area of triangle DEF, and that will be half into that base is EF, so EF into the height is DN, that's DN. Okay, so we have got these 2 area, so we will find the ratio of that areas. So if we find this area, ratio of these areas, then half will be cancelled. Okay, therefore we will writing here. So therefore area of triangle ABC by area of triangle DEF equals to, that half part is cancelled, so BC into AM by EF into DN, that gives BC by EF equal into AM by DN, so it will give BC by EF into AM by DN. Okay, and you can see that this AM by DN is equal with this 4. So in place of BC by EF, AM by DN, so AM by DN can be replaced as BC by EF. Okay, so we can write it BC by EF remains same into this part will be replaced as BC by EF. So it will give BC square by EF square. So this proof is comes. So as these 3 parts AB by DE, BC by EF and AC by DF are equal, so if it is equals to BC square by EF square, so it is equals to AB square by DE square as well as AC square by DF square. So we can write it from here. Therefore area of triangle ABC by area of triangle DEF is equals to AB square by DE square equals to BC square by EF square equals to AC square by df square, because these three ratios are same from condition 1 we are getting, and hence it is the proof. This we have to prove. So this is the completion of this proof. This is one of the important proof, and every alternate years this proof come in exam. So you need to practice this theorem properly, because this type of theorem can come, and some related applications you have there. You have to use this property, that area of the ratio of the areas of the two triangles is equals to the ratio of the squares of any two corresponding sides. So here you can see some result of the previous theorem that you have learned. That first result, that the areas of two similar triangles are in the ratio of their corresponding medians. Okay, the ratio of the two similar triangles is equals to the ratio of their corresponding medians. As we have learned earlier, that the ratio of the two similar triangles is the ratio of the squares of their corresponding sides, and here is given the ratio of their corresponding medians. That means area of ABC by area of DEF is equals to AM by DN, if AM and DN are the medians. Same as the second part is also the ratio of areas, the areas of two similar triangles are in the ratio of their corresponding altitudes. So same as previous was the medians and now is the altitudes. So these two are the basic results from the previous theorem. So let's show you some applications related. So I'll show you the problems related to the previous theorem and these basic results. So you can see one of the important sum is given. One figure is given that the triangle ABC, D, E and F are the midpoints of BC, CA and AB of triangle ABC. D is the midpoint of BC, E is the midpoint of AC, and F is the midpoint of AB of this triangle. You need to find the ratio of the triangle, this triangle small DEF and the whole triangle ABC. Okay, so let's go for the solution, how to solve it. So here you can see that D, E and F are the midpoints. So DEF, DE and F are the midpoints, So here we will use the midpoint theorem of class 9. You can see D and E are the midpoints. So the line joining any two midpoints of the two sides, parallel and half of the third side, that we have learned in class 9 of midpoint theorem. So here we can say DE parallel BA. So therefore DE parallel BA. Okay, by the midpoint theorem, DE parallel BA, that means DE parallel FA. So which means DE parallel FA, because F is the midpoint of this line AB, of this side AB. So if DE parallel BA, so FA is also parallel with DE. So we got these two sides are parallel. Okay, so that means this is a parallelogram. AEDF is a parallelogram. Okay, so that we need to prove. So here you can see that DE is parallel FA. Another pair of parallel side if we get, then we can. Here is also DF is parallel to CA. Also DF parallel CA. Therefore we can write DF parallel EA, because E is on the line of AC. So EA will be parallel to DF. So you can see that opposite sides, this and these are parallel, this and these are parallel. So opposite sides are parallel. So it should be a parallelogram. Therefore AEDF is a parallelogram. We can write that it is a parallelogram. Okay, so as we got by this, we have a parallelogram. Similarly, we can show that BDEF is a parallelogram. Okay, so similarly we can write Similarly, BDEF is a parallelogram. Okay, so as we have shown once, so other part we no need to show it, we can write by similarly, because by midpoint theorem it can be proved also. So BDEF is a parallelogram. So we got. Now we will take the triangles, that is the triangle DEF and the whole triangle ABC, and we will prove that these are similar or not. So let's take in triangle DEF and triangle ABC. What do you have? You can see that the opposite angles of parallelogram. That means angle D equals to angle BAC. Because angle D and angle BAC, this is a parallelogram, so opposite angle of parallelogram are equal, and we are having also angle E equals to angle ABC. This angle and this angle will be equal because BDEF is a parallelogram, so opposite angles are also equal. So we got the angle property. Therefore, triangle DEF is similar with triangle ABC. This is angle similarity. So we got from angle similarity the triangles are similar, and these triangles are similar, so we can write their ratio of the areas is equals to ratio of the squares of corresponding sides. So that we can write, therefore area of triangle DEF by area of triangle ABC equals to, so corresponding sides we have to take, we can take DE and AB, so that will be DE square by AB square. Okay, now that DE, what is DE? By midpoint theorem you have learned that the line is parallel in half of the third sides. So line DE is half of AB, so in place of DE we can write half AB whole square by AB square, and that reason you need to write it here, since DE parallel AB and DE is half of AB. By the midpoint theorem we got this. Okay, so DE parallel AB and DE equals to half of AB. So here you can see that half of AB square, that is 1/4 AB square by AB square. That AB square cancelled, so it will become 1/4. So what will be the ratio? 1:4. So that you need to write as answer, area of triangle DEF is to area of triangle ABC equals to 1:4, and this is the answer. So this is one of the important sum, and this is all about the answer of this question. Second topic, that is Pythagoras theorem. Let us see one of the most important theorem from your class 10 triangle chapter, that is Pythagoras theorem. You have learned the applications of Pythagoras theorem from the junior class, but never you have got the proof. Here in class 10 you have the proof, and you know this statement, that the statement is, in a right angle triangle the square of hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the squares of other two sides. In a right angle triangle the square of hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the squares of other two sides. That you have learned in from class 7-8, that is p square equals to p square plus b square equals to a square. So that is the Pythagoras statement, and you need to prove it. So for that proof we need to draw the diagram. So let us show you now. So let's see the diagram. You can see that a right angle triangle ABC, where angle B is a right angle. Okay, so as B is the right angle, so opposite side AC will be the hypotenuse. and one of them will be perpendicular and another one will be base. So ABC be a right angle triangle with angle ABC is 90 degree, that's the right angle. So required to prove that hypotenuse square, that is AC square, equals to sum of the squares of remaining two sides, that is AB and BC. So AB square plus BC square we need to prove. So this is the all about the Pythagoras theorem statement, and that we need to prove. So before to start the proof, we need constructions. So what do we need to construct? We need to draw a perpendicular from B to the base, that is hypotenuse, and that is D. So BD is the perpendicular. So that BD we have drawn as perpendicular. So that's the construction. So that we need to write. So construction is draw BD perpendicular AC. Okay. So we have drawn a BD perpendicular AC. Now let's go for the proof. And in this case, you can see that you have three triangles. One is this ADB, another one is this CDB, and the whole triangle ABC. Okay, so here you need to prove that two triangles are similar. So we have to take this small triangle with the big triangle, have to be proved similar, and use the property. Again we will take this triangle, this small triangle, and the whole triangle to be similar, and then use the property. So let's go for the small triangle ADB and the whole triangle ABC. So in triangle ADB and triangle ABC, we need to show they are similar. How it can be? You can see angle A is common to both. Angle A is common to both, and angle ADB equals to angle ABC. Both are 90 degree because they are perpendiculars. So triangle ADB is similar with triangle ABC. A similarity. Okay, so as we got the triangles are similar, so we can use the ratio of the corresponding sides will be equal, and that ratio we will take as always base and hypotenuse will take. Okay, so in this triangle ADB, the base we are taking as AD. Okay, base of the small triangle is AD, and the similar base of the whole triangle ABC is AB. So that we have taken base and hypotenuse, that you have to keep remember. Base is AD and the corresponding base of the whole triangle is AB, that we have taken. Now the hypotenuse. The small triangle ADB has the hypotenuse is AB. So that AB we have taken, and the hypotenuse of the big triangle is AC, that we have taken. Okay, so by doing the cross multiplication, you are getting AB square equals to AD into AC. So that's the condition 1 we have got. Okay, so now we will take the another small triangle, that is this one, that is CDB, and the whole triangle CBA. So in triangle CDB and triangle CBA, we need to prove again they are similar. So angle C you can see are common, and what is again, they have the right angle, that is CDB equals to angle CBA, both are 90 degree. So again angle property, therefore triangle CDB is similar with triangle CBA, angle property. Okay, so as these two triangles are similar, so now we will take again base by hypotenuse. So base by base of the small triangle CDB is CD. So CD is base and the whole triangle CB is the base. Again hypotenuse by hypotenuse, small triangle CDB has the hypotenuse CB and the hypotenuse of the whole triangle is AC. So doing the cross multiplication, you are getting CB, that is CB square, so we are writing BC square. CB square and BC square are same, equals to CD into AC. So that's the condition 2. So we got the two conditions. 1 and 2, we have AB square and BC square value. Now you just see the RHS of the proof. In RHS you have AB square plus BC square. So we have to add these two conditions. So adding these two conditions, what we are getting? So adding 1 and 2. Adding 1 and 2. What we are getting? We are getting AB square plus BC square equals to AD into AC plus CD into AC. You can see both the part AC is common. So AC we are taking as common. Inside the bracket it will be AD plus CD. So AC into AD plus CD. Now what is AD plus CD? AD plus CD gives the whole line AC. So it will become AC into AC, and that will become AC square. So we got AB square plus BC square equals to AC square, and this is the proof that we need to prove for the Pythagoras theorem. So this is all about the Pythagoras theorem. This proof is very important also, as like previous theorem proof also. So you have varieties of theorem that I told earlier in this chapter. Previously you got the Thales theorem, then you got the internal and external bisector theorems, then you got the areas of similarity of triangles theorem, and now you got the Pythagoras theorems. You have another one that is converse of Pythagoras theorem, that I am coming later on. Okay, so this is all about the Pythagoras theorem. You need to go through properly. Okay. Third topic, converse Pythagoras theorem. See the converse Pythagoras theorem. Previously we got the Pythagoras theorem and it is totally opposite, that is called the converse Pythagoras theorem. See the statement, in a triangle, if the square of one side is equal to the sum of the squares of other two sides, then the angle opposite to the first side is a right angle. The square of one side is equal to the sum of the squares of other two sides, then the angle opposite to the first side is right angle. So that is totally opposite of Pythagoras theorem. So again we have to draw the figure and we will proceed for the proof. So let's show you now. So here you can see the diagram, that one triangle ABC we have taken, and in that triangle the condition is given the square of one side. So one side we have taken as AC. So square of AC square is sum of the squares of other two sides, that is AB square and BC square. So AC square equals to AB square plus BC square is given. So the angle opposite to the first side, so first side is AC, angle opposite to it, that is B. So angle ABC we need to show as right angle. Okay, so this is, we need to prove that angle ABC is 90 degree, and here it is given AC square equal to AB square plus BC square. Okay, so for proceeding for the proof we need one construction. So that construction we have to show you. What we need to construct? We have to draw a triangle, a right angle triangle. So let's show you now that we are drawing a right angle triangle. This is, and giving the name as PQR, where angle Q is 90 degree, that is angle PQR is 90 degree, as well as the side PQ and AB will be equal, QR and BC will be equal. Okay, PQ is equals to AB, QR is equals to BC, and angle PQR is 90 degree. That we have constructed here. So that we need to write it. So in construction, drawn a triangle PQR where angle PQR equals to 90 degree, comma PQ equals to AB, comma QR equals to BC. Okay, so this is all about the construction. Okay, so let's move to the proof. So how to prove that? How to prove that this angle ABC will become 90 degree? So that I am showing you here. You can see by construction you have a right angle triangle. So there we can use the Pythagoras theorem. So in triangle PQR, angle PQR is 90 degree. Therefore, using Pythagoras theorem, okay, using Pythagoras theorem, hypotenuse will be opposite side, that is PR square equals to PQ square plus QR square. Okay, now you can see in the construction PQ is AB and QR is BC. That will be replaced here. So it will become PR square equals to AB square plus BC square. Why? That you need to write, since PQ equals to AB and QR equals to BC. So that's why you have replaced PQ and QR by AB and BC. And go to the given condition, you have AB square plus BC square equal to AC square. So in place of AB square plus BC square, we can write AC square. So PR square equals to AC square. Why is it? Now, since AC square equals to AB square plus BC square. So PR square equals to AC square, and that will give PR equals to AC. Okay, so we got PR equals to AC. Clear? So now we have to show that these two triangles are congruent. If the triangles are congruent, then the angles will be equal by CPCT. So that we are proving. In triangle, you can see in triangle ABC and PQR, what we are getting? We are getting PQ equals to AB. PQ equals to AB we have. QR equals to BC. That's the construction, these two. And we have proved PR equals to AC. Okay, so by the property of side, triangle ABC is congruent with triangle PQR by SSS, by side property. So triangles are congruent, and if the triangles are congruent, we can write, therefore we are writing here, therefore angle ABC equals to angle PQR. This is CPCT, corresponding parts of congruent triangle. So we can use CPCT and you get that angle ABC equals to angle PQR, and you have angle PQR equals to 90 by construction. So from here we can write angle ABC equals to 90 degree, and this is the proof of the converse Pythagoras theorem. So this is all about the converse Pythagoras theorem, and you need to go through these all. Also you can see the description box, and on the top of the screen you can see the I option. By clicking on the I option you will get the more videos related to the chapters of class 10, and you can see the description box for related more instructions and informations what you have missed earlier. So this is all about the Pythagoras and converse Pythagoras theorem. Thank you for watching this classroom video of part 4 class 10. Hope you have liked it. So if you really like it, click on like button and share it to your friends, groups and mates, and write the important comment in the comment box. So thank you for it.